Welcome to Nourish by Spinneys, the podcast which promises to inspire you to eat well and live well. I'm Tiffany Eslick.
And I'm Devina Devecha. So last week, the Nourish podcast crew joined Chef Troy Payne out in the desert to enjoy a delicious barbecue. And if you haven't heard that episode yet, I'd recommend you listen to it next.
Yes, and there was so much that we spoke about during that evening.
Yeah.
So this week, we're sharing a lot more about Troy's own journey, his love for broccoli, and great tips on doing more with food. So where should we start?
Oh, that one's easy. Broccoli.
Broccolis and vegetables and things like this, they have moisture in them.
Yeah.
You put it over fire, what happens? The moisture heats up.
Yeah.
When the moisture heats up, it's cooking it.
Yeah.
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 It's not going to be that mushy boiled broccoli that's terrible.
Right.
that scarred me for life for a long time, to the point where I was in a restaurant once and I was doing work experience, and I was in there and I'd been there and I didn't leave, and the next shift started and this chef comes up and goes, "Who are you and what are you doing?" I said, "I'm the work experience kid."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You haven't gone home?" I'm like, no one told me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that kid.
Oh,
So I just wanted to stay there, and I was just peeling stuff and kept going and going. Yeah. True story.
Oh
and then he goes, "My God," he goes, "Have you eaten?" I went, "No." He's like, "Really? Like nothing?" I went, "No." And so he was like, "Right." So he goes, "Like, stay there." So he organised this plate of food for me, and I've never forgotten. It was basically just a nicely like pan roasted chicken breast, seasoned well. And then there was this green stuff on the plate. All of a sudden I was like, "Wow, what's..." And I had to ask him, I went, "What's that?"
Yeah.
You know, I know what broccoli is.
Yeah.
But I was young, you know, and this is work experience of 14, 15.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow, you know, and it's like, "What's that?" And it's like, "Broccoli." Yeah. I've never looked back since that day. Since that day, I was like, "This is incredible. Yeah. That is amazing."
Yeah.
Look, my nan, yes, she was one that put it in the pressure cooker, those pots with
Yes.
the different
Yeah.
baskets.
Yeah.
And you fill each basket, you boil, you have cold
Kill it,
water,
yeah.
you put all the vegetables in, then you put the lid on, and then you turn it on, and it goes, and then you take it out, and you should literally lift out these sections, and then just tip the vegetables onto a dish, strain it, and then that'd go on a plate.
Yeah.
And you'd have broccoli that tasted like peas, that tasted like corn, that tasted like carrot. Everything just tasted like that.
Yeah.
It was like drinking vegetable juice.
Yeah.
But the vegetable juice had been cooked for a long time.
Gross.
Yeah. It's not the best picture, is
Yeah.
it? But that's what a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
This is the thing. It's sort of like, this is what I'm trying to say. Put broccoli on a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, part of the thing is finding fun with food is trying to find ways of eating things that you don't like. I don't like Brussels sprouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pickled them.
Okay.
Yeah. So they stay crunchy, and they've got vinegar, and you can put them. Yeah. You can put them with anything. They're great pickled. Yeah. So I do love Brussels sprouts now.
Yeah.
And then I went, "Oh, cool." And if I quickly blanch them, then they still stay crunchy.
Yeah.
And so there's those things.
Yeah.
There's different things. Beetroot. I couldn't stand beetroot. I still can't.
Yeah.
But I do like it when I shave it really thin. You get the circles, shave it thin, fold them in half and put them on a skewer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And skewer them all.
Yeah.
So you get a whole, like a kebab
Yeah.
of skewered broccoli. Then sprinkle some lemon juice,
Yeah.
some salt, some pepper, some olive oil.
Yeah.
Get that over a hot fire, quickly flash it so that it just sort of heats up and warms up. So, but basically by the lemon juice, it's almost like ceviche beetroot.
That's a great idea, because I don't like beetroot either.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
But then you flash it on fire,
Yeah.
and you've got a beetroot kebab. Get some laban, get some yogurt, some laban and some tum. You know, some feta cheese sprinkled over it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
And goes well with it is basil.
Oh,
broccoli,
yeah.
but beetroot.
Yeah. There we go.
There we
But
are.
use the with the beetroot. It's nice. Get the seeds, the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've thought about this years ago, because you have the drinks with basil seed drinks, right?
Yeah.
And the basil seeds swell.
Yeah.
So one of the fun things to do is I have basil on my balcony, and I strip the seeds off.
Yeah.
Yep. When it goes to shoot.
Yeah.
So and then sometimes I actually starve it for a day without water, 2 days without water, and it forces it to seed.
Okay.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because plants seed when they want to try and save themselves.
Yeah.
So it forces it to seed. I rip all the seeds off and then I water it again. And my plant goes, oh, really?
Yeah.
Right?
You again.
You again?
Methods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, herb torture.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut that. No,
Yeah.
probably not. So then we get that, and then I get those seeds, and then I put them in vinegar.
Yeah.
And then they go into vinegar. Number one, they're pickled. And number two, they swell up.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So then I get those seeds, and then I take them out of the vinegar, and then sprinkle them across foods like that kebab.
Oh.
And so you have these swollen, pickled seed pods.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my God, your family must eat so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you something. No, we can't do it. I'll do it. No.
Do it.
Do it. Right, but what I'm going to do is
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a bit of the outside. We're going to take the outer,
Okay.
yeah? Like peeling the broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
The stem.
Okay. Yeah.
This in here.
Oh, it's really like a radish. Fine. You hate broccoli, but this is great.
A lot of people don't like broccoli because of the texture of the tops
Right. Yeah.
as well. Yeah? Food is textural. As much as it is flavour and taste, it's textural. You know, so I go to the store, I look for the broccoli with the long one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then I take this off, and then I actually peel off the outside, and then I julienne it really, shave it thin,
Yeah.
and then cut it really thin, and then I make it noodles for my kids,
Oh, wow.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
and they have no idea.
Yeah. That's such a good idea.
I'm like, eat your noodles. Yeah? Come on, we're having noodles. I do things like, you know, you get crab meat or, I get crab meat and mix it through and make I treat it like a soba noodle salad.
Yeah.
Except with broccoli noodles.
Oh.
Yeah. That's so
The minute you
healthy.
dress it, it still wilts a bit.
Yeah.
It goes softer and it gets a different texture. Again, it's like a noodle.
Wow.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is-
the beauty of broccoli.
Yeah. Wow.
It's broccoli. The beauty of it is it's got all these catchments.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get it, and we're going to pour a little bit of oil into it.
And is that olive oil?
Ah, yes.
Okay. Cool.
And then we're going to sprinkle or throw some baharat
Like
at it.
Baharat Bay or like.
Ah, don't say that word.
Anything but big.
Anything but that one.
Yeah.
Right?
So if anyone wanted to come drive up to this tree, can they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be here sometime.
Troy will come here and just find you.
Yeah,
Camped out.
No, we've had nights where you pull up and the next minute someone else will pull up and they'll set up and you're like, come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, you sure? It's like, yep, no worries. And then we've had nights here, we've had 6 groups of people who didn't know each other before.
Oh,
And then they'll sit here till 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, it's a great community activity, and like you say, just to get to know people as well.
Yeah.
Like, just sit around a fire and eat some good food.
Yeah.
And so it started from you just coming out
So
here.
we'd come out here and then
Yeah.
we'd come here, we sit here and braai and cook and stuff and hang out. And then more people came and then people saw it. Then I have a huge barbecue that sits on top of my roof.
Yeah.
Not now. I put it in storage for summer. But it's a flat pack that, like IKEA barbecue. But it's 6.5 foot tall and 3 foot wide and, you know, and I could do a whole lamb on it.
Yeah.
And so then people were like, oh, can you do this? Can you? And I was like, yeah, why not? And I was consulting at the time.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know, right, consulting. Yes, excellent. and so then I sort of did it as a side hustle. Yeah, so that's how I launched like Home by Troy.
Okay.
And so it's like basically, you know, everybody's home.
Yeah.
That's the idea, it's home.
Yeah.
You know, where are you going? I'm going home. And so when you're going home, it means that the versatility in a menu and whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's like, well, tonight it's my house. And so in my house, you're doing whatever you want. You know, it's like when you go to mum's place, you don't go, okay, mum, so cool, I'll be there at dinner and I'd like the roast chicken tonight.
I mean, I do that, but yeah. not sure how much she likes it, but yes.
Yeah, but there's no, you know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And so then we did some for like the Chefs Collective.
Yeah.
Part of that was started with that as well, is because it was about bringing together chefs from different backgrounds of like hospitality, like hotels, standalone cafes.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years ago, I walked into a restaurant once and said, "Hi, chef, how you going? I know you have this product. Hey, listen, do you mind? I'm just new to Dubai. We're in the restaurant across the road. I was just wondering if you could help me find, if you go," he goes, "Piss off."
Yeah.
He goes, "Find it yourself." Right? And it was very much a thing. It's like hotel chefs didn't talk to restaurant chefs. Restaurant chefs didn't talk to, And so I found that really bizarre when you come from somewhere where it's like, "G'day, mate, what do you want?
Yeah.
How can I help you?" And they'll probably walk you to it to find it for you,
Yeah.
back home. So then we sort of just, built on it. And so it was also about, okay, chefs come around, we'll all stand here and cook.
Yeah.
When chefs hang out, the hospitality hangs out, you end up in the kitchen. Yeah, you hang out in the kitchen.
It's not a bad place to be.
No, it's a good place to be. And I mean, the Chef's Collective, we just won an award for the best mental health program in the UAE.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And so it's, what we're doing is about, is about communicating, about spending time, about being able to talk, about being able to open, being, sharing things, and being a support network.
Yeah.
Instead of just being, here's restaurants and everyone comes to our restaurants, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we don't talk about the fact of, especially through COVID, having to get rid of, some hotels had to get rid of 400 chefs. Where do they go? And so it's like, cool, here. And so you're in the group, you're like, hey, look, I'll take 2. I'll get 2. I'm doing this, we can do this. I can put them here. So we shuffled stuff around.
Okay.
Half of them we gave back afterwards.
Yeah.
And so, it's a big thing.
It's a huge thing. Yeah.
And so, we used to bring them out here and we'd do things like that. And we're chefs. Suppliers love us when we do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do ambassador work for Australian lamb and beef. And, they're like, yeah, what? How many lamb do you want? When do you want them? And so, it all just built. And then people go, all right, cool. So then they'd see it on Instagram and they go, oh, I want to do it. So then I went, okay, all right. And so then I started booking dinners and things. People will send me GPS location. I turn up, set up, they arrive. I have this, I have lights. This tree I deck out in fairy lights.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Aw.
But yeah, all fairy lights underneath it on one level. Or I do it, I've got some guys, I did it for Pink Rock. They're like 30 guys from Amsterdam, 4-wheel drive group. So at the bottom of Pink Rock, they gave me a GPS. I turn up, set up from the morning, put a whole lamb on, cook it, have tables set up, put fire pits out for them to sit around.
Yeah.
They turn up with their tables, chairs. They put tuxedos on.
Wow.
And then I stand there and serve them lamb, and then I go, okay, cool. I have tunes, everything.
Yeah.
And then I pack up the fire and I leave them with the fire pits and everything else, and I go home.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so that just became a thing.
Yeah. And how are you? Is it just all through social media that you're advertising this?
Just social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your cycling going? I've been
It's,
watching you with admiration because I signed up and promptly stopped practicing. Training.
Amazing.
No, it's fantastic. I never thought I'd be able to say that riding a bike is addictive.
Yeah.
I never thought it had happened, but it has.
This has been such a great evening, Troy. Thank you, honestly. Learned so much, and it's just nice to hang out with a genuinely nice person. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of, this is my nourishment.
This bonus episode was brought to you by Spinneys and is hosted by me, Devina Devecha, and Tiffany Eslick. We're produced by Chirag Desai. Don't forget to follow Spinneys on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for more. You can also visit us at spinneys.com, where you can shop for fresh produce and a variety of local and exclusive products.
See you again next week.